Okay, today I'm going to prep for my next project here. What we're going to make is vanilla wafer banana cream treats. It should be real simple. So to start off with, I have my rubber molds, and we're going to put a vanilla wafer in the bottom of each cavity. What I found is these vanilla wafers actually fit just perfectly in the bottom. I'm putting top side down because we're going to put banana pudding over the top of this. So just fill each cavity. Perfect size. Next step, we're going to go make some banana cream pudding filling. Okay, I think I'm ready. We're just going to follow the directions on this banana cream jello thing, and it says to beat pudding mix and 2 cups of cold milk with a whisk for 2 minutes. So that's what we're going to do. Uno, dos, 2 cups. Now, I didn't set a timer on this. Let's see, look up on my freeze dryer. Okay, I'm guessing that's got to be about 2 minutes. It says I'll start thickening up in 5 minutes, but I want to add some Cool Whip. Reason being, a lot of people say that when they freeze dry pudding, it's chalky and hard, and I want to kind of fluffen it up a little bit, so I think I'll fold in some whipped cream into this and try and make that a little bit more fluffy. Yeah, that's starting. I don't know. About 2 spoons of that thing, I think, in there. Just fold that in. Maybe that'll make a difference. I love my whipped cream. As you guys can tell, whipped cream, this heavy Cool Whip, it just seems to really freeze dry well. I got lots of ideas with that to come. I don't know if I was doing this and not freeze drying it, I don't know if the pudding would set with that much whipped cream in it, but we're not worried about that because we're going to freeze this anyway. Okay, now we're going to take this tray and spoon that pudding on there. Okay, got that. We're going to take my handy dandy frosting spatula and smooth these out. Making sure we got all the molds full. Ah. Okay, and let's stick that in the freezer. Could probably just do the refrigerator. Just want let that firm up a little bit. Here we go. Fast forward. Well, I didn't measure the amount of whipped cream I put in there, but that's perfect. When I was a young kid, my grandma used to let us lick the bowl. There ain't a lot left in there to lick, but I'll make a go at it. I'll have a good go at licking that. All right, let's get this in the fridge, let it cool down a bit, and we'll top them off with some bananas. Okay. I had a nice viewer suggest to me that I get a banana slicer, which I did. I ordered one from Amazon, but the slices are, I think they're too thick for me. I like really thin slices for freeze drying, so I'm gonna do it the old-fashioned way. I want these really thin. I've learned from experience that those thick ones, sometimes the taste can be overwhelming when freeze dried. So I'm going to cut these a lot thinner. See if that makes a difference. Plus, this has a lot of banana flavor already from the banana pudding. Went to the supermarket and I thought, well, I'll try and get a little bit of a greener banana this time instead of the ripe yellow ones. And wouldn't you know it, anytime you normally go, they're all green. But these were all pretty yellow, so they're not going to last long for me. I didn't leave this in the freezer very long. I just wanted to keep it cool. So I'm just going to press a banana on the top of each one of those molds. Now this time we do want it to freeze solid. Don't miss those two, John. Pay attention. Alright, there you go. This time we do want to stick this back in the freezer and let it freeze solid for the next run in the freeze dryer. Okay, we'll get those all frozen up and in the freeze dryer on my next load. Here we go. This is load number 10 coming out of my freeze dryer. Okay, what we got here? This is my second load, a second full cycle of these maraschino cherries. I'm trying to get them really crispy. And although they just came out, I'll let them sit a little while. I bet you I'm going to have to put them through another third complete cycle. I want to get these crispy so that I can use them as garnishes. They just take so long to dry completely. Actually, I have yet to have any completely dry. So I'm thinking I might have to put these through one more cycle. This is my leftover pumpkin from the pumpkin spice lattes that I made earlier. And today, this is my experiment. I haven't tasted these yet. This was just an idea of making what I'm going to call banana pudding delights. And it's very, very light. I got a banana pudding, and a Nutella wafer. The banana pudding, I use Jello brand instant pudding, but I folded in probably about 2 cups of whipped cream. which would have been probably way too much for that pudding to set for a dessert. But since we were freezing it and then freeze drying it, I wasn't worried about it setting. But what I was trying to do is, I heard a lot of people saying, or read a lot of people in the forum saying that they liked the puddings freeze dried, but they were really hard and maybe a little bit chalky. So I thought by adding that whipped cream, it'll incorporate more air into it. It was just an idea, so let's give it a try and see if it worked. John in Bibs, you're a dadgum genius, I'm telling you. That pudding is fluffy. It's not a brick. It's fluffy. Obviously it's dry, but it's fluffy. Perfection to these. Really perfection. That whipped cream was the perfect solution to making that lighter. So now, in future, I can think of some nice desserts, pudding-based desserts, to make, and just put in a lot of whipped cream in it as well, to soften the pudding so it don't turn out like a brick. These are good. So I won't spend a lot of time on this. You watched earlier how I made them. So I'm just going to get these all displayed out. Try and make a halfway decent display. I don't have nothing special to display them with. And then we'll get this uploaded. So I'll be right back. Hey Ed, you gotta try one of these. What people said was pudding.
Yeah.
They liked the pudding, but it came out so hard and chalky flavored. So what I did was I folded 2 cups of whipped cream in the pudding. Now, like I said on there, if you did that in a dessert, it would never set because there's too much whipped cream in it. But I wasn't worried about it setting because I'm going to freeze it. You try one of those.
That's good.
That's good.